to Chrono Reviews, and this time it is yet another Figma, and of course finally the last out of the nanoha Figmas that's out, except the PSP exclusive one, but now I'm talking the retail ones, and this is Figma Signum, which is one of the first ones to be out, but I finally got it as the last one, and that makes me very glad because I have awaited this, and to complete this collection of nanoha Figmas is a nice, very nice feeling. So let's check out the box. There's plenty of accessories, I can see that, and I already knew. There is the license mark. Here we can see the side art of Signum and her seal and everything. There's poses on the back and all of those nice tasty accessories, like the flame sword and everything. Figma. On the top there's art of Signum, and there is on the bottom as well. So let's not waste time on the box now. Now let's check this amazing figure out. Right, here she is. It's Figma Signum. And I think this figure looks really great. You can see the sculpture, it really captures Signum's look. The paint job is very clean as well. And it looks very clean considering it's one of those older Figmas, because they were a little bit less clean than the usual ones. So the articulation, the head can be turned sideways and up and down, and her tail is on a ball joint, quite a loose one, but it works. And there's also this part of the hair can swivel, and the torso is on a ball joint. The arms are on ball joints, there are elbow joints and hands like this. And there's also, hands can also of course be exchanged. However, I think I heard that Fate and Signum was reissued, in Japan at least. So I guess this might be the reissue version still, because these are the new type of pegs that the hands are attached with, unless this figure actually had this type. This part are loose so it can follow the posing a little bit better. The legs are, the midsection are also on a ball joint, forgot to say. Ball jointed legs, knee joints and ball jointed feet. And she stands pretty well without the base, which is of course included. Figma base and stand. Figma bag. There's a set of hands. There is a shouting face for battles. And there's an alternate fringe, which is just mirrored, I think. But all nanoha figures seem to include that. And then we have, of course, last but not least, her device, which is her sword Levitain, which have a very big amount of modes, which can all be exchanged by removing the blade. So let's start off by the flaming blade, which is a very nice effect, and it can be replacing the blade itself for that mode. Her scabbard are also included, also seen in the series. And then we have this, which is Schlangenform, which is German for snake form. And this is actually bendable, so you can pose this however you want. I would be careful though, as a stop motion animator I know that wires will wear out over time if you bend on them a lot, and they will break off eventually if you're not well, if you're just displaying it and posting it a few times a month, maybe it will hold longer. But be careful, don't pose it, don't over pose it. That was what I wanted to say. There's also bogen form, which is bow form, which is, of course, you can attach it like this, and you can remove those in order to slide a hand for her to hold it, of course. And it's not enough. There was also an arrow tool included to it, which is also very, very nice. And that's it. However, that's not just it, because it's pretty much, it's a lot of stuff for this device, and it's about every mode that Signum uses with Levitain, so I'm very glad they included all of them. Alright, here she is, posed up in a quite basic pose, but I attached the flaming blade because I found that very cool and I really wanted to display that as first display. And this figure works very nice to pose. The base slides into her back pretty well, which some figures suffers from problems in that part. However, Signum didn't, and all the other joints, they work just so smooth and nice. So let's show her now as the leader of the knights. She also deserves to have her squad, of course. So there, I've dreamed of this quite some time now, to finally display all the 3 knights together. And if that's not enough, I also want to display them with Hayate. Now I just wish that they could release the familiars as well. To have Safila together with those would really complete the display, just as much as an ARF Figma for Fate Rosa would be awesome as well. But here you have them, Hayate Yagamis, Riot Force, and the Knights of the Falkenritter, which is the Cloud Knights. Now, I don't know if I said wrong now, but it is Falkenritter in German, which is Knights of some kind. And her Book of Darkness and everything. So, well, with this I conclude all retail Figmas of nanoha. So of course I'm going to show you that, all of them together. As a little bonus, I'm also going to compare all of them, which is, well, this is the full collection of, I hit the tripod, well, full collection of nanoha Figmas, except the school uniform nanoha, which is an exclusive, but this is all of the retail ones. And I'm starting off with the young ones, which is from the movie, Fate Rosa, nanoha, Takamashi, and Fate Rosa from nanoha A in school uniform version. There's ARF accessory and Uno. Then we have the Lightning team, which is Fate T Harlan, Area Mondial, and Carol Rollers. And we also have the Stars team, which is Tiana Lanster, Subaru Nakajima, and Nanoha Takamashi. And of course, Hayate Yagami with her 3 knights, which is Vita, Shamal, and Signum. This is a quite massive amount of Figmas, but it's nice to finally have them completed. And as for the Figma Signum, as this review was for, I highly recommend her for any fan and any Figma collector. And with that I say sayonara and take care until the next review.